Hi everyone, today I will show you how the nose works, how to make custom presets, but firstly I would like you to show this map that I created, to give you an idea how everything works. Text is not visible because I don't have the proper level. As you can see, the checkpoints work. This object, as you can see, can rotate. This is a prefab, not the preset object, but I will explain everything in a moment. Again, you can see text because I don't have proper level, which is kinda not fair, but I probably will level up when you see this video. Now, you can see that you can't really advance here, right? You can't go to the throne, but see what happens when I go into this checkpoint, right? And as you can see, the platform appeared. Oh, and the air button is basically camera change. And that's it. Very short stage, but I think it's a pretty nice example how everything works. Maybe let's start with the basic motion device and custom prefabs. I will show you what can I pick here. Let's pick this lamp, right? Look, you can't edit the attributes, you can only change the model, initial create. No, you can't even do that. Okay, that's interesting. But you can disable collision here, right? So, if you would like this to move, you need firstly to create a prefab. Delete this, go into prefab library, then go into the static units, go into the light or whatever you want, pick up this, adjust the position. Now, you have all the settings here, right? Just save it. You can create your own tab if you want. Then look, we are going back. Now, we are going to the tab that we put our new prefab here. Now we spawn it and look. Right? You can edit a lot of things now. So it works. Now, if you want it to move, you need to add a basic motion device. Advanced editing, plus icon. Now, I recommend using path movement. One way is, as you can guess, one way. Run trip is basically looping. It will go back and forth. So, look, free placement. Here, for example, right? Okay, now you can just preview the motion, right? Look. And we'll go back and forth. One way is just one way, and loop, as you can see, is one way but looped. So usually you want to use run trip in Obis, right? Right. Okay. Since you created the custom presets, prefabs I mean, you can also add some effects if you want. Yes, okay, I will explain this now. You want to use looping effects, you can add, I don't know, pyro something, then you can check everything here. For example, this, right? You can also copy this, add another effect, and then paste it, right? Look. The zoom, as I explained in previous video, is basically the size of the effects. So you can see. Look. Right. When we'll go to the game, this will move back and forth, and it also will have some effects, right? Alright, I forgot to set initial create. Never mind. I forgot this. You need to set this. Now everything could work, but okay, let's just leave that as it is. I will delete this. Okay. So now you know how to make simple obstacles like this. This is the same but with rotating, but I can show you, I guess. Look, uniform, then you just add whatever you want. in seconds. Just make it sure it will last a long time. And then the velocity, and that's it. Maybe I will show you the tab, for example, and nodes. Or wait, I will show you all the process, not just the one that I created. Creations, not this. Why we have only these annuals? So weird. Bore, yes, bore. Okay, we have our guy here. Now, go into this tab, add common component. Add, where is tab? Right here. Now you can add the text here, whatever you want, but the problem is that it will not show up unless you have level 3 craftsman, right? You need to have level 3 craftsman level, sadly. But you can add whatever you want for now, right? You can also change the icon. It will change, don't worry. Trigger option area. You often need to manually edit this, because as you can see, it doesn't really work the best way, right? So you can add 2, for example. Yep, that should be enough. You can also edit the location if you want. Don't overdo it, right? Okay, now you created the tab, so I will show you how to make sure that this animal will play some sounds, right? Okay, so you can go into this for now, but open up your Miliastra Sandbox. Let's make something new, right? Create new graph. Yes, I have a lot of this new graph. Now, name it whatever you want. Bore. You have event nodes here. Event nodes are basically if nodes. So, when tab is selected, right? I don't think I need to explain this. Now you need to play sound. I recommend using this. Okay, now the sound will be played when you click the tab, right? But maybe you want to add also other sounds, right? Then, if you want to add other sounds, you can use random integer. Now you can add, for example, 1 and 3, right? So you have 3 sounds. Now you need to connect selector entity to the character player. Many nodes. This get player entity to which the character belongs. Now, when you have this, connect this to the target entity. The volume will be always 100, playback speed 1, unless you want to make the sounds faster, but I don't see really why. Now, use multiple branches, result goes here. Now, connect this to this. The link is basically like then do something, right? So when tab is selected, then do multiple branches, and then you can add here, right? The connection. Okay, now click plus icons, and as you can see, there's integer here, right? Because it inherited the value from the result. So now 1, 2, 3. So if the number is 1, then do this. If the number is 2, between this, then do this. If number is 3, then do this. Target entity will be always player entity, remember. And now you just need to input integer, sound effects index, right? So, for example, you can go back into the game, okay? Go into here, SVX player, right? Now you can add whatever you want, for example, meow, right? You have all that meows here. Pick whatever you want. So look, input integer. Now change the number just for what you want. Save it. Congratulations, you have done the node. Now remember to assign the node here, right? Bore. Now test play and you can see that it will work. Never mind, it won't. Ah, right, I forgot. You need to delete this. Yep, now it will work. Okay, as you can see, here's a bit aggressive, but it works. Okay, so now maybe we will do what I can do. Maybe decorations? Why not, I guess. Look, go into the model here, decoration editor. Now you can add the model here, and you probably want to add decorations. You can place the head mark, for example, here, and it will bounce, right? More. It's basically the attachment points of the bird, right? You can see attachment points are here, right? And here is the head. Okay, now if you want to give him something else, or basically a new decoration, then go again here. You can change the, I don't know, arrow sign. Give him an arrow sign. Never mind, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, Harpastum. Remember to disable the native collision, because otherwise your character can get stuck. You don't really want that, right? That's basically it. You can change the location here. It's easy. You can edit the zoom if you want. Okay, and now you can leave him like that. Perfect. You can see some of the decoration examples here, right? Simple, but it looks pretty funny. Okay. What can I really show you more? Maybe collision trigger? Look, if you want to do the collision trigger, firstly, you want to add common component collision trigger, right? Not source. Where is? Oh, okay. Again, really? I'm that blind. Collision trigger. Then advanced settings. Add here collision. Now you can add sphere or cuboid or capsule. It depends really what you want. I will leave it as it is. Now, if you want player to be teleported when entering the collision, okay, create the node, basically, new node, and I will show you how it works. Okay, and that's it. The destroy entity is basically for killing the slime, you don't need it. Right, so, when entering collision trigger, then do teleport player. Entering entity is basically, well, you are the one entering. And trigger entity is the slime, because he has this collision, right? If you want to teleport player, you need the location, rotation, and the player. Player entity, not character entity, remember that. You need to use this query node. Get player entity to which the character belongs. It's very important. You just connect the entering entity to the character entity, affiliated player entity to the player entity. Simple. Query preset point. Okay, I will show you, because this is also important. Okay, let's go here. The preset point is exactly here. You can copy this. It's on the very start of the map. Look. Look. This is stage entity. It's very important. And you have a preset point here, right? You can copy this. So you just need to copy this index, and then you just need to paste it here. And that's it. Query preset point position rotation. That's it, really. Okay. So now when you know how the teleporting works, remember to add the node here, right? To him, remember. Do not forget. Then you can go here, right? Now, you're probably interested how does that work? How this dude is created and how is this created, right? Again, you need to make dynamic presets, because this has motion device, that's one thing, and there is also initial create, right? Oh, right here, create settings. If you disable the initial create, then this entity basically doesn't exist, right? Have initial create, it will basically show. If you don't have, it won't show. Okay, what now? Maybe let's go to the checkpoint, right? This is the empty model with basically the effects, right? Look, these are all the effects, right? You can go into advanced editing, preview combination, then select all of this, and then it works, right? It's so simple, but it looks really cool. Now, go into the nodes. As you can see, I already added checkpoint. You need collision trigger, remember that. You always need it. And it's also a dynamic unit, so custom prefab, remember that. Now, checkpoint 2, right here. Okay, so look. When entering the collision trigger, again use this node, remember. I already explained it, you know how it works. Create entity, right. So this is the most important note. Look. This entity is also not visible, right? It's not created. Because it doesn't have initial create. Ignore this text bubble. You want to copy his GUID and paste it here. And that's all. It will create after you go into the checkpoint. Print sync is basically for logging. You don't need to use it. Okay. Now, maybe you want to know how does game detects when the enemy is dead, right? And why does it spawn this? Okay, I will show you very fastly. Look, go into the stage rules, and here is also very important thing. You can go into the stage settings and then stage entity view. You need to assign stage rules because otherwise it would work. Now, look, when entity is destroyed, and you need to use equal and double branch, because if you don't, you might be destroyed, penguin might be destroyed. You need to be sure that the ruin guard is destroyed, not other ones. So you connect this to the double branch, you connect the GUID, event source GUID, to the input, then you paste the ruin guard GUID here. This is the GUID, right? It is hidden because it is something that can change. So when this operation is done, it will just check the numbers, right? It's either this and this the same, or this number and other number, right? Not the same numbers. So it go to the results, the condition. If the condition is met, then create entity, right? It is this platform that doesn't show up. You don't need really to do no. If you want, you can do. It depends really, if you want. And the last thing that I will show you, I think, are the timers, because why not? Go into the manage UI control groups. Okay, now go into the custom. You need to create add UI control, prefabricate template, and add timer here, right? Now remember that many devices have a different width and height, right? You need to make the timer look nearly the same on every device. It's pretty important. In stage publishing, initial visibility is basically, well, if it is visible from the start or not. Now, you have the timer settings, specify timer, and source entity stage entity. Oh, wow, they didn't translate that. Okay, funny. Look, go here, manage timer, right? And you need to add new timer here. Stopwatch or countdown. I use stopwatch because I will do ranking and leaderboards in later time when I will have level 5. Yeah, that will take a long time. Okay, that's all. Now, the most important thing to make the timers work is, look this. You need to go into this tab of stage entity and add a global timer. It's very important, many people miss this. Then you just add the global timer and that's it, right? You probably are interested in teleporting and variables, but it's a lot more complicated topic, okay? Next video, maybe, I will see. If you really want, of course. So give it a like and comment if you want. A simple pro tip. If you want to place the multiple objects, right? Please click F first and then go to the little dot and then copy it, okay? This will make sure that everything is in the place, because if the camera is, for example, here and you will do something like that, look what happens. You see? You might go like you'll be so mad that you will break the computer or whatever. So just don't do that, okay? Don't do that. Click F, then go here, then copy. Remember, works always, especially on larger objects. And that's all I think I wanted to say. Right, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, if you want to play the stage, I will give it in the description. You can give it a like, comment. I need to level up, okay? You need to do this, okay? Okay. Do this. Right now. Right now. Oh, okay. I will explain one more thing for the last part. Please use logging. It's very important, okay? It will show you the errors. You can maximally log 10 node graphs in server and 99 in client node. So just pick whatever you want, then confirm selection, then check this, and then do not close this. When you will start the game, everything will be locked, assuming it is activated, right? Because you need to activate the node, you need to cause it to activate. Remember that? I think that's all. I will show you the camera change and variables in next video, okay? Okay, deal. What? Why won't you die? What? Are you? What? Why? Why you?